Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'll be presenting my version. Oh, I forgot to show the sleeves. My version of the Jaden Yugi deck from Jaden Juki deck from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Now, I wasn't a big fan of GX, but recently I finished the entire series to build this deck because I actually do enjoy Elemental Hero monsters. I'll be a little bit quiet because my family's sleeping, but without further ado, let's go through this. And I also wanted some time to be able to explain like why I picked some cards, but here we go. So here's the first monster, the first tribute monster we have, Elemental Hero Honest. Now, I don't even know some of the effects of these cards, but I mean, it's GX era, so I can easily read them. This is like one of the main reasons I wanted to make this deck, because it's freaking Elemental Hero Neos mixed with Honest. I freaking love that concept. Okay. Yeah, so this is the first tribute monster. Then we have Elemental Hero Neos. I do see that there's a lot of fusion monsters that require Elemental Hero Neos, so instead of having one, I put two Elemental Hero Neos. It's also, I do like making singular cards, however, I had 19 monsters, so I was thinking, should I put another Winkaribo? Or should I put a Winkaribo level 10? But I was like, nah, I think this is more consistent, so I put two. Just like with the Yugi deck, I put two Dark Magicians. With this one, two Elemental Hero Neos. Then we have, next up here is Elemental Hero Blade Edge, which is, remember these cards are like iconic from the show, and I mean, yeah, I like this card because it's got piercing damage. 2600 beater. Then we have Elemental Hero Necroshade. I remember when I was younger, I was like, what the heck, a tribute monster for like this low? But the whole point is to get him to the graveyard so you can actually normal summon, or is it normal or special summon? You can normal summon Elemental Hero monster without tributing. Yeah, so you can normal summon these other monsters. So pretty good card if you can get him into the graveyard. Then lastly we have freaking Yubel, which you put this on the field and if you look at it, you got problems. Alright, so I think this is the last, this is the last of the tribute monsters. So this is what I have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now let's go to the level 4 monsters and lower. Alright, so I was trying to make the entire deck shiny, but this guy at Secret Rare is $40. Okay, I guess I'll say it. I was able to buy it eventually, but I refused to pay $40 for one card at a certain time. But I just wanted to complete the deck, so for now I have him like common. And after that, I promise no more like common cards. So here we have a Secret Rare Honest. This card is freaking fantastic. Anyone comes in attacking, you have a light monster on the field, you drop this and it immediately beats the monster, or vice versa. You have a Raikou, you attack, freaking 5-headed dragon, you drop this and it could destroy the 5-headed dragon. Right, because 5-headed can only be destroyed by light monsters. Alright. Then next up, I didn't even know Jaden had this card, Elemental Hero Prisma. Yeah, this is also good for like substituting Elemental Hero so you can fusion better. And sorry for the speed duel thing, but I wanted it to be Secret Rare of course, so here we have it. Then next up, another card that was, oh my god, I can't believe it. This was around $20 to $30, but I got him Secret Rare. It has to be Secret Rare. Limited edition, Elemental Hero Sparkman. Then next one is Elemental Hero Wildheart. So I really love Mirage Dragon, so I also love this card. This card is unaffected by the effects of trap cards, so low attack. Yeah, I mean like a very like medium attack, but it's really good. You can put equipped cards on this guy and just attack without too much fear of a back row. Then next up, Necro Gardener. So I think this deck only has two dark monsters, being Yubel and this guy, for a fusion that we have on the fusion deck. But he's really good. You just put him on the field, take an attack, and then you can banish him from the graveyard to make it one attack. So very good card. Then we have Rottweiler. So I had to put him here because it's like the freaking doggy from the series where you flip. Is it a flip or when it goes to the graveyard, right? Yes, if it's destroyed as a result of battle, you can add from your graveyard one card that includes Elemental Hero in its card name and one polymerization. So it's good for recycling monsters. Next up, another Secret Rare, Elemental Hero Burst Sinitrix. Okay, I know I didn't get like the OG art, this is like the censored art, but it's Secret Rare. I wanted freaking Secret Rare, so I went with this version. I don't think this one wasn't like so expensive. I mean, I think it was around like what, $9 or something, almost 10. Same with this guy, wasn't super expensive. Elemental Hero Avion. I don't know if it wasn't so expensive because like these cards are kind of damaged, but once again, I just wanted to be secret rare. So these were like the two monsters that he uses to bring out a legendary Elemental Hero Fusion, right? So of course I wanted them to be I wanted the main Elemental Heroes to be shiny. Next up, the only the Neospatian that I like and have in this deck, Neospatian Grand Mole. You start the damage step. If this card battles an opponent's monster, you can return both the opponent's monster and this card to the hand. So I think you at the start of the damage step, I don't know why, I think in the series if he attack you take damage, but in real life, right, I don't think he takes damage. You just attack a monster and they both go up to the hand. So my favorite Neospatian, this guy, really good. And even though it's speed duel, secret rare. Next up, we have Elemental Hero Ballman. When I was a kid, I didn't know how this card worked. And how I know it's pretty fantastic, because it's basically a pot of greed if you play it right. If you have no cards on the field, you summon this and you draw 2 cards. Another card I didn't know that Jaden had, this is Card Trooper. I didn't even know this card came secret rare. I remember Chaos Dragons using this card a lot to mill. But so just because of that, this card gets a spot in this deck. Another card that was very seen a lot in tournaments, Dandelion. Another secret rare card, very good. You just put it on defense, spawn tokens. You know, you can do a lot with this card. I love it. And then lastly, right, this is the last monster. Yeah, he had to be here, Winged Karibo. Now I really wanted to put Winged Karibo level 10 here, but I do count that kind of like a trying to record here, and this dummy starts laughing out of nowhere. Anyways, oh snap, yeah, I said it. Anyways, I wanted to put Winged Karibo level 10. However, yeah, because I consider it kind of being a ritual monster, which that required Winged Karibo, Transcendent Wings, and that card, I was like, you know what, I guess I'll just put Winged Karibo, because it's, you know, the first card we saw in the series, right? Next up, we have the Magic card lineup. We have typical Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, Monster Reborn. Then, wow, this card in the show, I didn't know it was like kind of like an Egyptian god card thing, in the sense that it was like, oh, you know, can't use too powerful, whatever, you know, it's like super polymerization. I didn't even know what it did before I saw the show. Or I think you say you discard a card and you use monsters from your opponent's side of the field to make a fusion. That is insane. Then we have Miracle Contact. I remember playing Duel Links, and I didn't have much Elemental Heroes, but I used this card, and it was easy to start bringing out some fusions. So I was like, you know what? I'll put it here too. I'll figure it out as I play this deck. As you guys know, I'm like super old Yugi fan. You know, like I remember watching the original Duel Monsters. I barely know anything about GX era, nor the Synchro, you know, 5Ds era. But hey, I try. Just by a simple reasoning, I try to determine is this card like really good or not. Next up, we also have Neo Fusion. You know, it's nice. It's once again, it's to help out with the fusions. Then we have E Emergency Call. This is basically a Rhoda to bring, but with Elemental Heroes. And then from the last of the letters, we have Oversoul, because it says Monster Reborn. Target one Elemental Hero normal monster in your graveyard, which is on some of that target. So if you have a Neo in the graveyard, you just bring it. Next up, another card, which is the card of the card sleeves. We have Miracle Fusion, excellent card, but you can just fusion from the graveyard. And then we have one more, right? We have Polymerization. Next up, we have Fusion Gate as well, just in case we don't have that Polymerization. We put this out, and we could start fusion summoning like crazy. Then we have Silent Doom, another card to bring more monsters from the graveyard. Skyscraper, you know, just to get that attack boost, because these Elemental Heroes are kind of weak. And then lastly, Polymerization. If you're wondering why don't you put more polymerizations, don't worry, we'll get to that soon. And then the trap card lineup. We have Mirror Force, Solemn Judgment, apparently he uses it, Negate Attack, Call of the Haunted, Trap Hole, Hero Signal, and lastly, Draining Shield. Now I don't like Hero much. I mean, Trap Hole's okay for like beginning, Hero Signal's pretty good, Draining Shield, I prefer Magic Cylinder, but I did not know he ran these 4 trap cards, which are amazing. Alright, and that's it for the main deck. Now let's go for the extra deck. Now because he has so many fusions, instead of 15 I went with 20 fusion cards. So here we go, and this by far this is like my favorite looking one. Elemental Heroes Shining Neos Wingman, as you know. Elemental Hero, Neos is required, and one Wingman fusion monster. Then we have, okay, so wait, let me explain this before we continue. So while making this deck, I wanted to have Elemental Heroes that didn't have to like name requirements so much, you know, like it's just one Fire Elemental Hero monster, whatever, you know, like something easier to summon stuff out. Because I also wanted the other Elemental Hero cards that he didn't use. And then at the end, the extra 5 that I put, then you'll see that there are more akin to the series. So first up, this guy, Elemental Hero Shining Neos, Elemental Hero Great Tornado, Elemental Hero Core. You know, see, this one requires 3 Elemental Heroes. This one is like 1 Elemental Hero monster, 1 Wind monster, so that's easy, you know, easier conditions. It doesn't have to be Avion. This one is Elemental Hero The Shining, not like the movie. 1 Elemental Hero monster, 1 Light monster, 1 Elemental Hero monster, 1 Fire monster, 4 Elemental Hero Nova Master. Then we have this crazy card, brand new. I mean, maybe not brand new in the format, but brand new for me. Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. This one only requires 1 Elemental Hero Fusion monster plus 1 Warrior monster. We have a lot of that. And then the card that was presented in that movie, I think it's called Bonds Beyond Time. Elemental Hero Neos Knight. Looks pretty freaking cool. Requires 1 Neos and 1 Warrior monster. Then we have Elemental Hero Escuridao, where it's 1 Elemental Hero monster plus 1 Dark monster. Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. This one is going to be a little bit harder since I think we only have like 1 water monster, right? Elemental Hero Bubbleman, but hey, we'll give it a try. 1 Hero monster and 1 plus 1 water monster. Then we have Elemental Hero Brave Neos, which is 1 Elemental Hero Neos plus 1 level 4 lower effect monster. Elemental Hero Sunrise, which is 2 hero monsters with different attributes. Okay, then we have, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this card, it's like 20 bucks. This Elemental Hero Gaia. I mean, it looks pretty freaking cool though. 1 Elemental Hero monster plus 1 Earth monster. Then we have Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. I love that they did another redesign for this card, though I do like the original effect more from the, I mean, don't worry, he's here guys. I do like the original effect more. I'm really happy to see like a retrend of this card. Then we have Elemental Hero Grand Merge. Just 2. Oh yeah, even this one, let me show. This one only requires 2 Elemental Hero monsters with different attributes. It doesn't have to be Avion or Burstinatrix. Then we have 2 Hero Normal monsters. And then lastly, from the 15, hang on, yeah. From the 15, we have Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. I feel like that name is pretty funny. And this is the one I said that, you know, you require Yubel and one effect monster. There was another one, I think it was like the Neos Wiseman, but I think this one's easier. Sorry, this one's easier to get out. And now, most of these cards, right, didn't come out in the show. You know, so I wanted cards that were from the show, so I only made a selection of 5, and I went with these 5. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. I've had this card. I've had it for a long time. I've always wanted to use it. Always wanted to make a deck around it, so finally got it. Then we have Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. Again, it had to be secret rare, so I just picked like my top favorite cards from the show, and that were kind of easier to summon. Elemental Hero Wild Edge. I love that this card can attack all of the monsters in your opponent's side of the field. Then this guy just looks freaking cool, as you can see. I really like this guy. Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman. And then lastly, 1 Elemental Hero Plasma Vice. Looks pretty freaking awesome too. The last monster that I wish I had here would have been Rainbow Neos, but it requires, I try to like work around it, but it will always require a crystal, a Rainbow Dragon. And I was like, I don't want to just have Rainbow Dragon as a fodder, like unless I was able to summon it. And then lastly, we have the side deck. This is just to upgrade now. As when you guys see the side deck, you're gonna be like, holy cow, this side deck is gonna wreck all the other anime character decks. But remember, it's just to like play around and switch out. So you'll be able to balance it out. It's not to like just crush the opposition. So here we have Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos. I mean, it's Neos. We have to. Is that a hair? I have to get rid of that later. All right. Then we have 3 Elemental Hero Captain Gold, because I want to get that Skyscraper in my hand faster. And it's a 2100 beater. Then we have the legendary, the iconic. I've always wanted to try this card out because I kept seeing the ban list and it's been limited ban, limited, in and out. People trying to play 3, only being able to play 1. I was like, you know what? I'll go with 3. So maybe this is going to be too broken with the character decks. We'll see. But yeah, always wanted to have like a full set of these. So 3 Elemental Hero Stratos. And then is this like the last monster? Yeah. So and then we have 3 Elemental Hero Blaze Man. So this is just to get polymerization to your hand faster. Yeah. And we also like here have like the more fighter attributes for like, you know, we have wind, we have fire, light. I think gold is like earth, right? No, it's light. Okay, good. Right, I was confused. And then the only magic cards that are extra is to fill the sets for Skyscraper. And lastly, 2 more polymerizations. So you know we want the power up, and we want the more fusion. And then lastly, this Shallow Grave specials to bring back more monsters to be special summon. And that is it for my Jaden Yuki anime profile deck. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. As you see, I kind of break certain things between what I like and what I like from the show. You don't have to make your own deck like this, but this also gives you an idea of the cards that he used. As I'm seeing in the comment section, yeah, you guys are free to recommend any changes that you think are good. You know, I actually do read them. And what was the last thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, and I have to update like where did I get these deck ideas from. It's not just from me or watching the show. I also got a lot of YouTubers helping out. And yeah, and that's about it. If you guys want, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next anime character deck profile.